A Decapitation in the Family. A Decapitation in the Family is an 18-part Branagan and Mack story arc first released by Vinland Old Time Radio in the late 1980s. During the original run of the show, the producers became aware that Mack had become unpopular with the listeners and decided to remove him from the broadcasts. The question was how to do that. Seeking a new way to interact with Vinland fans, the producers set up two 1976 hotlines. It gave the fans the ability to vote for or against Mack's death. This is a re-release of the record-breaking broadcast, which has been faithfully restored, digitally remastered in hyper-realistic stereo sound. We now return to Branagan and Mack, A Decapitation in the Family, Part 16, Blood Red Shoe Prints. When last we joined the story, Branagan and Mack were planning a search for the elusive Ogopogo, a cryptic lake monster reported to live in British Columbia, Canada. A frustrated Branagan relieved Mack of his duties as a sidekick. This caused the emotional Mack to storm off, vowing to find Ogopogo himself. Due to Mack's faulty sense of direction and the mistakes of innocent airport staff, Mack found himself in Sarajevo rather than Canada. Lost and alone, he stumbled upon the lair of the supervillain Archibald the Coelacanth Villian. Once discovered, Mack attempted to flee the crowned prince of aquatic crime, but he was bound and gagged. Now, after being forced to watch a musical performed by a pirate, Mack is being dragged to the Coelacanth Museum, where he will be forced to learn all about the Coelacanth, or die. In this exciting episode of Branagan and Mack, A Decapitation in the Family, on Vinland Old Time Radio.
Oh, the exhibits, weren't they spectacular?
Well, that was highly informative. I enjoyed that immensely. But 6 hours? Museum? Who spends 6 hours in a museum?
And now here we are at the gift shop of the Coelacanth Museum. Look around, look at all of these things. A poster, oh, look at that. The poster that shows the anatomy of the coelacanth. Ooh, a hinge in the head allows the coelacanth to open its mouth especially wide to feed. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll obey the coelacanth t-shirt. I couldn't agree more.
Would you mind not touching the merchandise?
Oh, Coelacanth University Sports. Coelacanth University has an intramural soccer team, apparently. Oh, a stuffed coelacanth.
Excuse me, sir.
There's two bibs here. Peace, love, and coelacanth, and I love coelacanth.
Would you mind not touching the merchandise?
We pause here for a moment for a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Rob.
Have you heard of Dead Zone, the podcast, before?
Yes, I have. And where would we find that?
That would be at deadzonegame.podbean.com. You're supposed to say Dead Zone.
Yes, yeah, we
skirmish
didn't assign jobs.
I told you.
You told me, and I you know I don't know.
That's why I stopped. I was like, you're supposed to say it's Dead Zone Skirmish Game, man.
You know I don't know websites and things.
No, I don't want you to say the website. I just want you to say it's the only podcast dedicated to Mantic Skirmish Game. Dead Zone.
You might as well start herding cats. You know, I don't know the technical. I'm a Luddite. Yeah, I have no idea. I know this beer is delicious. I know that we do a podcast. After that, it's all you.
Hey, Jack, I heard you're on a podcast.
Yes, I stop by from time to time, and I inject my witty banter, but yeah, I still don't know the website, no matter how many times you throw it to me.
You want to start?
No, I think that was the commercial. That was the commercial right there.
It's terrible.
It is. Does that not? I say that's a commercial.
We now return to Branagan and Mac, a decapitation in the family. Part 16, Blood Red Shoe Prints.
Coelacanth's rock t-shirt. Coelacanth? What is that? It's a water bottle? Interesting.
Sir, would you not touch everything?
Oh, a book. Coelacanth, Portrait of a Living Fossil. Have it. A coelacanth fossil. Beautiful. A tote bag? Does anyone want a tote bag? Anyone? One of the actors?
Oh, no, a tote bag isn't what I'm interested in. Oh, but if you could point me in the direction of the periodicals.
Does anyone want a tote bag? Come here.
That is a fine tote bag. Mm-hmm.
You get yourself a tote bag. I enjoyed your performance so much. This is for you. Meet me at the checkout.
With a coelacanth right on the front. Look at the quality of this stitching. Hey, Jerry, what do you think about the quality of this stitching? Coelacanth Monthly is what I'm inquiring about. Oh, but if you could point me in the direction of the periodicals. That is a fine tote bag. Yeah, I'll find it myself.
You're not in the spirit of this, are you? Is it the restraints? Because you're just not. Considering your life hangs in the balance, you're just not. I'm looking for some feedback, some coelacanth appreciation. No? Okay, we're almost done. Oh, yes, in due time. Let me shop in peace. Ooh, look at that. What are these? What is this?
Excuse me, sir. Could you just not touch everything? If you could look with your eyes and not with your hands.
Coelacanth skinned boots. I must have them. Look at all of these things.
Really, if you break something, it comes out of. Oh, okay, you're not listening. Oh well, I'm gonna have to get the owner, Mr. Southern White. Mr. Southern White.
I am a supervillain. I have an underground lair.
Oh well.
Money is no just ring them up. What is your? Let me see your name. Troy.
My name's Todd, sir.
Nice name tag, Troy. I will be purchasing these boots. I will be purchasing those tote bags. Meet me at the register, post haste, or you will feel my wrath. No, wait. What is that?
Mr. Southern White.
A motivational
He's back
poster.
again, sir. Mr. Southern White.
Coelacanth. with the bold can. I'll take one of those too. And as for you, do you have anything to say for yourself, intrepid adventurer?
What's a coelacanth?
What? Did you Did you just ask me what's a coelacanth? You little son of a... Why, you...
Don't do that.
Rocco, execute that man.
It'd be my pleasure.
Help.
Get over here, you.
Well, I say, what is going on in here?
I don't care for your tone. Rocco, do with him as you will.
Help. Oh, help.
Yar, stand down, you scurvy dog. That's it. Ye can't be blowing Mac's brains across these decks. I can't stand for it. Listen, you.
Well, I might just be a Southern lawyer, but I'm also the proprietor of this museum, and I say you can't brandish a weapon willy-nilly about my store. My store is my castle. Now drop your pig iron.
You too, Colonel Sanders. Yar, will no one on my crew back me up?
I'll stand with you, sir.
You show moxie. You'd make a fine addition to my crew. I like the cut of your jib.
I always believed I had the panache, the swashbuckle, if you will, to be a brigand of the high seas.
Stop pointing that fucking gun at my henchman.
Ooh, how decadent, a Mexican standoff. I have a gun too. Let me just retrieve it from my... Oh dear.
Oh, my!
My, such violence.
Oh, my! Oh!
Well, me mateys, it looks like Mac's dead.
Well, I might just be a Southern lawyer, but I do believe he's dead. I'm not even a Southern lawyer, and I can tell you he's dead.
His brains be all over me pantaloons. Oh my God.
Oh, well, I can't help but feel a little responsible for that. Anyways, good day to you all. Good day. Thank you for your hospitality.
Next time on Branagan and Mac, a Decapitation of the Family, Episode 17. I've got brains on my pantaloons and pantaloons on my brain. Hello, my name is Jack, and I'm the co-host of a podcast dedicated to the tabletop miniature board game called Dead Zone by Mantic Games. If you'd like to sample more of the type of programming that you're currently enjoying, I would humbly ask that you check out the Dead Zone podcast. It can be found at deadzonegame.podbean.com. It really would mean a lot to us if you could stop by, have a listen. Again, that's the Dead Zone podcast. Thank you for your time. I now return you to the witty banter of your regularly scheduled program.